It's day 7. It's not even 8 o'clock yet, and the sun is already pretty intense. There's no breeze. I think it's gonna be a hot day. So I stayed at the Engineer Windmill last night, just around mile 100. There were a bunch of people there, but only a couple of tents left by the time I got out. The other 2 guys got out pretty early, and I wish I had got out a little bit earlier myself. I didn't sleep very well last night, so I was up at like 3 in the morning trying to delete some pictures off this phone so I don't run out of memory. At any rate, looks like a lot of today is going to be climbing, or at least there's a big climb later. Like the water says that a lot of people think that there was a 20-mile water carry from the windmill. Well, I don't want to carry for 20 miles if I don't absolutely have to. There's a solar windmill at mile 13, a little bit off trail, so I'm carrying for that. We're at 2.5 liters. If I take it easy, it should be all right. And then after that, I'll start making my way up to Jack Cistern and Burrow Peak, which is pretty cool. Today is Saturday, 420. Happy 420 day. I think it's also Earth Day. So whatever you celebrate, be safe. And we'll just see how today goes. I was hoping to do pretty big miles today. That Raven Swing farm is like at mile 131. So I'm not really sure how to work that, because I figured for sure I'd get in more than 20 today. And I don't want to get there too early in the morning. I don't really want to do 31 miles to get there this evening. We'll just see how it all shakes out. At any rate, I'm going to try and get in as many miles as I can before this sun just gets devastating. This part of the trail is really nice. Reminds me of the PCT a little bit. Actually, finally on some single track. And pretty great views all around. And there's a little breeze up here every once in a while, which is super exciting. So I take what I can get when I can get it. Make the miles when it's not going to be completely detrimental to my health, safety, or welfare. What a beautiful day. So this was just on the other side. Oh, damn it. This is just on the other side of that little ridge that I came around. Wow, it was just gorgeous up here. It was spectacular, and it's nice. It's a little rocky, but it's real rocky. I should probably turn this off so I don't trip and kill myself or make that big toe any worse. But man, I just wanted you to see this. This is great. It's about 9:45, and I've been sitting here. I found a great spot. I've already done almost 6 miles, maybe 5.5 miles. So I decided to stop, and there's enough LTE here to catch up and check in and transfer some water into my bladder, relax, let my stuff dry a little bit, let my feet dry out a little bit, shake out the shoes since these gaiters are entirely a waste of time. They're not working at all. So one of them actually doesn't have the loop anymore because I accidentally put him in the laundry at the Econo Lodge in Lordsburg. So I'm trying to rig it with a safety pin. I am not being successful at this. Anyway, after this, I'm going to continue heading while there's still a little bit of shade, and the shade's good, towards the solar windmill. That's 13 miles past the Engineer Windmill. And then I think there's a trailhead. The Burrow Peak trailhead is a few miles past that. So I'll probably have lunch there, a bigger meal, before heading up that climb to Burrow Peak. You know, I'd rather carry the food in me than on me. So otherwise, it's been a great day. Definitely hot. Definitely when the sun's full out and there's no shade and there's no breeze, it's pretty brutal, very impactful. But, I've just been going slow through those parts and kind of skittering down the hills like I tend to do when I'm able. And overall, I'm able to make pretty good miles without hurting or killing myself. So I'm just gonna kick back here and enjoy a little nice little break. I sat there for about a half hour. Let my feet dry out, air out, my shirt dry. And then as soon as the sun started to hit me, I realized time to go. This trail is not gonna walk itself. But a little breeze has picked up. Starting to see blazes and trees, which is kind of cool. And I'm digging this area because there's actually some cloud cover, shade cover, which is delightful. Some taller trees. Now that we're at a little bit higher elevation and more the juniper pinon type ecosystem. So enjoy my time up here and my time in the shade while I've got it. I don't know. If I can, I'm just gonna keep walking. And it's like 7.5 miles to the solar windmill where I'm getting my next water. I have like a liter and a half, a liter and 3/4 now, so I'm not really worried about it. Should be plenty. Oh, what a beautiful day. It's nice to be on some single track. It's actually blazed. Yay! So it's a little bit after 11. I've gone a little less than 2.5 miles from where I last took that break, but I stopped because one of my feet is developing. It was starting to develop a callus, but because it keeps getting dirt and sand in and on it, it's getting bigger and a blister is starting to form under it. So I figured I'd better put some tape or something on it to try and keep it from actually fully blistering out on the ball of my foot under my second toe. Poor toe. Yeah, my feet are a little banged up, but anyway, better to take care of it now, take a little time now while there's shade. This is some pretty good shade under this pine tree, and try and patch this up as well as I can before it gets any worse and causes me a lot of pain and time later. Safety first. So while I'm sitting here looking at my incredibly disgusting feet, I'm a little bit more concerned about the rock kicking big toe, the other toe, the opposite big toe from last year's horrible AT big toe. So, I mean, I guess that's a plus. It's not the same toe over again, but again, that toe doesn't really have a toenail. But the CDT rock kicking big toenail looks like it might be infected, which is not good because, I knew it was going to come off, but it's not going to come off anytime soon. It's still pretty connected, but I'm concerned that there's a little bit of maybe infection going on in the nail bed at the cuticle. It looks horrible. So I just sent a couple of pictures of I'm about to send a couple of pictures of my nasty feet to my doctor friend to get his advice. My concern is that if there is an infection in the toe, not only is it not going to go anywhere if I don't treat it, but if the toenail has to come off, or if the toenail does come off or it opens up, that's definitely going to be a problem for the Gila River, where there's 200 crossings of what is essentially a very wet, dirty body of water. So I guess I will check with the doctor, see what he thinks, and assess accordingly. I might get out at Silver City and get this taken care of. At least on the plus side, it's early enough in the hike and early enough in the season that this time this isn't a hike-ending injury or an issue, and I can get this taken care of and get back on trail. And I'm also in New Mexico, which is basically where I grew up, so I have plenty of support and family here, not like in Great Barrington, Massachusetts, where it's the most expensive town on the AT probably, and I only had one person who's only there seasonally, and so it wasn't really much of a help. So hopefully, wish me luck, and I will keep you posted. And if you guys are total masochists, I'll probably show you some pictures or video of my disgusting feet, and then make you rethink your choices about being a thru hiker, because oh my god, open toe shoes are pretty much out of the picture for virtually the rest of your life. Oh my god. So I lost my shade, so I'm back on trail again. Anyway, I needed to get moving. I sat there for a long time. I sent the pictures to my doctor, and they look horrible. He said that it could be infected. He said keep an eye on it. He said if it's warm and tender to the touch, then it probably is, and it'll need to be drained. And at the bottom of the nail, it's not. It's just really bruised and traumatized from all the rock kicking. But on the corner, it's whitish, and it is tender, which would indicate it's probably infected, which is not good, because I got the Gila coming up here, and trying to cross the river 200 plus times with an infected toe. It's probably a sure recipe for disaster, and I really don't care to repeat last year's episode that ended my AT. So at least, again, it's early enough that I can get it handled and taken care of. It's not horrible now, but I'm concerned that without treatment or getting it attended to, it will be, and that would be horrible. So, because last time they were thinking about putting me in the hospital on them high-grade antibiotics. So anyway, I guess now the plan is to pretty much just try to get to Silver City as quickly as possible without killing myself in the heat or whatever, and keep an eye on it. I just rubbed some CBD cream on it. It seemed to help the last time. That's really all I have. I have some triple antibiotic ointment, but I'm not trying to open this into a wound. I'd rather get it professionally drained and taken care of in the best way possible so I can continue on. Anyway, I'm almost to State Route 90, and then I think I start a little bit of a climb back up to get to that water source in about 5 miles. So that's just life. You kind of gotta roll with the punches, but at least I'm stoked that it's early enough, and if I have to get out of Silver City, then that's not a horrible place to have to get out. It'll be warm, but basically I'll be in a river all day long whenever I get back in, after I go house sit for my folks the first week of May east of Albuquerque. Just more trails of the trail. They're not always happy, but you just kind of get what you get. So I'm on a forest road now, and somebody left some water there, which is awesome. Unfortunately, it's not enough for me to get to Jack's sister, and I took one little bottle, but there weren't that many left. I didn't want to fill up, selfish. So I took one little bottle. The solar well is 4 miles. I'm just approaching Highway 90 now. Just met mac and cheese. Really nice couple from North Carolina. Got a picture of them. I gotta start remembering to take the pictures of people in portrait mode. Everybody looks like a superstar. I love that. Anyway, whew, hey look, it's sunny. So toasty. But there is a breeze. It's a little bit windy today. It's fantastic. Because it's high noon and no shade on trail anymore. But really nice views. Getting ready ready to head up into the Burro Mountains. And it looks all kind of greeny up there. That's super exciting. It's even more green here. Oh, except for you, guy. That's all right. It's because you made a rock. Grass is not trying to grow on rock. But just nice. Nice day. And some setbacks. So it's like a mixed bag, but let's focus on the good shit. So I've been thinking about it, and I think I've come up with the best solution possible. I'm going to go ahead and get out at Silver City and go to urgent care. I'm pretty sure it's infected, this toenail. I'm not going to stop kicking rocks, so I'm just going to ask him to take it off, because clearly that's the problem. I've been kicking rocks with the other foot a little bit too, the other big toe. That nail never really did come back. There's a little nub there. It's pretty ugly, but at least when I kick shit, it doesn't hurt. And I'm not getting any new infections. So, I think I'll have him do that. And by the time I get to Silver City, get that done, I know I'm going to have to do like foot soaks, but it'll be super easy. It'll be an easier recovery than last time, because it's not a major infection yet. And in the desert, it's dry. I've got a support system here. It's cheap here. Got a ton of shit I can do while I'm not on trail. We can go trail days. That's awesome. I'm super stoked about that. And by taking this extra time off, even though some of these parts in New Mexico will be a little bit warm, whenever we get back on, Nightcrawler will get to do the whole Gila again, which I think he'll be happy with. He had already offered to do the alternate from Doc Campbell's with me, so I don't think he'll have a problem with doing the whole thing again. And this sort of delay or time off away from the trail will give us a better shot at being able to enter the San Juan safely, which I think is a concern for everybody this year due to the high snow. So, lemons to lemonade. This may be a good thing. We can get a little time off from trail, let these blisters that have been trying to form turn into calluses, get rid of another pesky toenail. And I've been kicking rocks with all my toes. It's really just the big ones that like end up giving me big problems. So, I hike more than I show off my toes. So, I guess I'll just let them have it. Heal up, get on back out here and walk on up that river. Oh. I like my plan. So, I got a hold of Nightcrawler. He's almost at Grants already, which I guess I didn't realize Grants was so close to Pie Town. That's a bummer because I want to pick him up from there. And I really did want to make it to Silver City, but that's still almost 50 miles away for me. And it's funny, like after the last two stops, the first thing that happened when I got up to start walking again, within 1/10 of a mile, I kicked a fucking rock with the same toe. So I'm definitely going to get it removed. I'm so tired of this. Definitely more interested in hiking than worrying about the appearance of my feet. Nobody sees them anyway. And really, only one person's opinion matters. And he already liked me with just the one toenail anyway. So, that's that. Now, I just have to figure out, I hear somebody might be doing trail magic at the Burro Mountain Trailhead today, which is almost 4 miles away from where I'm at now. So, he said on the class page, if anybody gets into a bind in between Silver City and Lordsburg, hit him up. I feel like this qualifies. I'm kind of in a bind. It'd be awesome if I could get him to take me to Silver City because I really just want to get this toenail removed and the infection drained so the healing process can start right away. Then worry about how to get back to Albuquerque and how to collect one Mr. Nightcrawler. But at any rate, I've made my decision. Hopefully he won't mind going back in at Burro, but if he doesn't want to do that, we'll just go back in at Silver City. And even though it just pains me to not be able to do a straight northbound, the fact that he wants to come back and start wherever I left off and I'm having to leave off so early, that's a pretty big, concession just to hike with me. So I feel like it's worth it to do that for him. I can southbound, or hell, who cares, northbound this section between Burro Mountain Trailhead and Silver City later, after the hike's over. In the fall would be a nice time to do it, I think. Maybe even in the early winter, I don't know. But definitely the late fall should be alright. About 45 miles. Anyway, I'm gonna hopefully find this guy. I think his name is Diogenes, who's talking about doing trail magic at Burro Mountain. And I guess he also had been running a hostel in Silver City. Unfortunately, it's not currently open. But first things first, take care of my feet. And right now, apparently what my feet need is another minor surgical procedure. But I should be able to heal pretty quickly, so I'm stoked about that. And get to do the Gila with Nightcrawler, who, as you may have guessed, is super excited to do it again, seeing as how he had such an epic time the first time. And I told him that since it was just going to be the two of us hiking, he didn't even have to wear his undies this time. So naturally, he was all on board with that. Good times. I miss that guy. I miss him so much. I cannot wait to see him. Yeah, I'm out for now. Loving this breeze. Oh my goodness. It's windy. It's wonderful. Oh my gosh, a nice cool breeze. Some pretty spectacular views. Oof. Trying to enjoy as much as possible my last few miles of trail before I have to get off for a couple, 3 weeks to get this toe taken care of so I can get back out here and not stress it anymore. I've already kicked a bunch of rocks, of course. And since the day started. So it's not getting any better. Every time I kick it, it just makes it a little worse. Pretty sure it's definitely infected. Oh, no point putting off the inevitable. Just go rip it off, get better, and come on back out and kick some ass. Oh, such a beautiful day. That's handy that they put the blaze, the shield, pointing to the side. I knew there was an intersection coming up here, but it's interesting. They didn't put it right at the junction. They put it a little behind it. It's pretty clear where you go. Huh. Ingenious. Look how pretty it is out here. Oh my gosh. What a gorgeous day. Alright, I'm gonna get yard darted here in a minute like Mary Dale Poppins. So now my toe's hurting. Apparently this last couple of miles down to Burro Trailhead is, guess what? Rocks. Guess how many I've kicked? All of them. Oh, for fuck's sake. Well, it's nice to know that this trail's got jokes too. So I'll just take it as my lovely parting or farewell for now gift. Not goodbye forever. But Hey, good grief. Nothing like already nursing an injury. I've been trying to be so careful, but oh my gosh. I'm just bad at this, I guess. I'm a terrible hiker. I am a rock kicker. I guess I'm just a thrasher hiker. So, when you know how you roll, probably the best thing to do is to make accommodations for it, because I don't see this shit ending anytime soon. Look at this shit. Oh my god. Rocks everywhere. Ah. It's kind of funny. Good thing I have a good sense of humor. So this is the end of day 7. I got to the trailhead at Burrow Mountain, and the guy who was supposed to be doing trail magic there this weekend wasn't there, but had said if anybody in between Lordsburg and Silver City got into a bind to get him on Messenger, so I did. And he was awesome enough to come down and pick me up. Unfortunately, the urgent cares here close at 5, and so we missed those. So now I'm staying at his place, which was the hostel in Silver City, and it'll be a great hostel when it comes back up again. And he's going to take me to the ER in the morning so I can get the toenail removed and the infection dealt with in this toe, so I can kick rocks happily and just get blisters like normal people and continue on up this trail on my way. We'll get to do the Gila River alternate, and Nightcrawler, I imagine, is probably super excited about that, and I can't wait to do it myself. But I definitely want to do it without having to worry about like losing a foot or something like that. But one of the best parts about this is Diogenes is awesome. Oh my gosh, I can't tell you like how much he's helped me. He's been fantastic. So whenever this hostel gets back up and running, it's gonna definitely be a must stop. It's gonna be the only hostel in Silver City. There isn't one here now. He's just been kind enough to let me and a few other hikers here crash, one of whom actually is Toast, who I met on the PCT in 2015, so that's been an awesome reunion. I've been like able to catch up with her. I haven't seen or talked to her in a long time. So that's been a fun reunion. But oh my god, just like, yeah, I don't know. I can't tell you how amazing this long distance hiking community is for the most part. Like 99% of hikers out here are just fantastic, and there are definitely like assholes, but they're few and far between, fewer and further between per capita for sure than in like regular society. So I'm gonna stay off this foot, go to the ER in the morning, get back to Albuquerque tomorrow at some point, and then go pick up Mr. Nightcrawler, who I cannot wait to see. I'm so excited. I didn't think I was going to get to see him for another almost 2 weeks. This has been a really long time. I got really used to him being around. He does grow on you, that guy. So all in all, for something that, oh my god, it looks so ugly. Maybe I'll put it in the video tomorrow. But for something that like turned out to, you know, possibly be lemons, has definitely been lemonade. And I'm cool with it all. You know, the trail throws at you what it does, and you just kind of have to roll with it. I'm lucky enough this time that I'll be able to deal with it in a way that I'll be able to get back on trail and complete my full through northbound, hopefully without further issue. Except grizzlies. Thank goodness I don't watch all those videos about getting eaten by grizzlies. Good night. So it's Easter morning. I figured there wouldn't be much waiting at the ER, and I was right. I got right in. It was so much quicker and easier and painless compared to the last time I had to do this with the other toe last year on the AT. At any rate, my toenail looks like an Easter egg before you dye it. And they gave me, this is my Easter basket for this year. I have a prescription of antibiotics I had to go pick up, but I should have enough new toenail growth within a couple of weeks to be able to get back out on trail. Continuing northbound. I am super stoked. This went so easy, and all the people here at the Gila Regional Medical Center have been fantastic. So, all in all, a successful morning. Woohoo!